Good afternoon, sir.
Come, please make yourself comfortable.
Thank you, ma'am.
So, how are you feeling today? Too much of rain in Delhi. Do you like Delhi or you don't like Delhi?
I like Delhi, ma'am.
You like
I'm
Delhi?
feeling good, yes.
Delhi is a very happening place.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So, I was just going through your def. I saw that you have already worked. Tell me about your job profile since you started working. What exactly you have been doing? That would be interesting.
Ma'am, I'll start from the Radisson Pune Blue.
Right, please.
Ma'am, I was recruited there as a hotel operational trainee. Then I was promoted to housekeeping supervisor. So my job profile includes taking briefing in the morning to the staffs, and then checking the rooms and then making it ready for the sale.
Right.
And then check the rooms and clear it.
How long did you want some water?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Then I also take uh, group activities, ice breaking sessions for the departments.
Okay.
And then after that, I worked as an assistant lecturer in Chandigarh Vidya Jyoti Educational Society.
Assistant lecturer, what subject were you teaching?
I was teaching housekeeping, ma'am.
Again, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So you have become an expert, right?
So I was taking lectures, and then I also compiled a textbook for the students, which was made available to all the students. And then now I'm in the Manipur Secretariat, working as senior secretariat assistant.
Right. How long you have been in the secretariat or since with the state government in Manipur?
Since 2016, ma'am, December 2016.
So you have a great experience. Now, I was just looking at the profile of your parents. Your mother is an Anganwadi worker.
Yes, ma'am.
I am very optimistic about the role of Anganwadi workers. You have a first-hand experience because your mother is serving there. Tell me, how successful is this program?
Ma'am, personally, Anganwadi service is I personally feel that it is one of the most successful government scheme, because it is that scheme that works at the grassroots level, directly to the beneficiaries. So I've seen my mother working with the local women, mothers and children, and giving polio drops, and then those nutritious foods. So it is very tangible and observable
So
scheme.
that's the
day-to-day life.
basics, groundwork
Yes,
we
ma'am.
do with children and mother, lactating mother, pregnant women, all that. So do they also giving medicines and all the no the fortified rice is being given in the system or not?
It is given. It
It
is
is
given.
because most of the children and women are anemic and undernourished.
Yes, ma'am.
So that is happening
Yes.
in the health sector.
Yes, ma'am.
And what exactly you do in that secretariat at this point of time now?
The designation is senior secretary assistant.
That's all right.
It's,
What is your profile? What exactly you do?
I drafting and then noting. These are the
Drafting and
main,
noting what?
the docs, and working on the file, putting up the files.
Who is in the hierarchy? Whom do you report to?
Section officer.
Section officer.
Yes, ma'am.
So, if you continue to work there, just I'm taking a hypothetical situation,
Yes, ma'am.
then how many years you will need to work more to become a section officer?
8 years.
8 years.
Yes, ma'am.
So here, if you make it, then this is a quantum
Yes.
jump, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And one small question, very briefly, why so much turmoil is happening in Manipur, and how whether the efforts made by government are enough or not? Very briefly, because we also have to maintain our times.
Yes, ma'am. The issues are very unfortunate. There were mistrust among the two communities. So
Right.
There were economic reasons, political reasons, and immigration issues from the Myanmar side. So as far as government steps are concerned, I think they're doing whatever they can. They're deploying central forces, and also planning to fence the border areas to check the immigrants.
Because I was in Manipur few years ago and I thought that going to Myanmar is very easy.
Yes.
Very easy. You just sit in a car and go there.
Yes, it
So
is.
there has to be some kind of restraint there. So that is the issue which we'll have to address, right?
Yes, ma'am. That is one of the issues. Yes.
And what are the other issues? Just briefly, in
Other
a second, 30 seconds. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Other issues are like ST demand by the Meiteis. So the tribal sees that as a threat, as an land encroachment of the tribal rights.
Right.
That is one thing. And then on the Meitei side, Meitei community side, they feel that the immigrants are taking away the jobs, and then some government steps has also caused, such as drive against the poppy plantation. Some Western people took it politically, and then
But
they make it an
so
issue.
the state government, what are how they will be able to contain it? Across the table, two communities, if they are fighting, they should be on the table and
Yes,
get into a dialogue and brainstorming and fighting of everything across the table. It can be sorted out, right?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, my colleague will talk to you.
How do I pronounce your name? Molightson.
More light sun.
Molightson.
Yes.
Molightson. Okay, Mr. Molightson. What is the length of the international border that your state has?
With Myanmar, we have around 352 kilometers.
But that is the only international border, right?
Yes, sir. You mean the entire state border length?
No, the international border.
International border.
That is the only one. And you talked about the Meiteis. So the Meiteis are in the valley region, right?
Yes, sir.
And the Kukis are in the hills.
Yes, sir.
But you come from a third community.
Yes.
What is the size and influence of your community within the state politics?
So I belong to Naga tribe. So the political setup is we have around 10 MLAs in the state assembly. So and
10
then
out
we
of
have
how many?
out of 60.
60. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you're a dominant tribe in that case, isn't it?
Yes, one of the dominants. Yes.
One of the dominants. Okay. And you side with Meiteis or Kukis?
So we are neutral. We condemn the violence.
Okay.
And we hope for the peaceful coexistence.
And Meiteis say that the Kukis are encroaching upon their land, or vice versa.
That is with both in one way. What Meiteis are claiming is that considering the 2011 census, the birth rate is low, but then the population growth is high.
So that means Kukis are coming from
That
across
is
the border.
that is what they are.
So that means Kukis are also on the Myanmar side.
Yes, there are cultural and social linkages between the not only Manipur, from Mizoram also.
Tell me something about India-Myanmar relationship. What are the strong and weak points? There's two examples of each.
So Myanmar is a part of the Act East India policy, economically also. And then the weak part is the porous border we have. And then a free movement regime, which has taken advantage by the insurgencies for hideouts and launch pad, and then smugglings, arms smugglings, drug smugglings. I think these are the weaknesses.
And what is the position of Myanmar within ASEAN?
So given the instability of the country, I think their position is somewhat not that up to the mark.
Is it the instability or something else? Would you term it instability? ASEAN has blocked Myanmar for a couple of years. When did that happen, and why did that happen?
Sir, I'll have to look into that.
I think you should.
Yes, sir.
Okay, tell me, you organize community events and festivals.
Yes.
What is the most important festival in Manipur?
So for the state, it is the Shanghai Festival.
Shanghai Festival?
Shanghai Festival, yes, sir. Shanghai.
Shanghai.
So,
And
it's
what
a-
does it mean? Is it because of season, because of harvest, or how is it linked?
So it is altogether combined with all the tribals. It does not have any linkage with the cultivation and all. Uh, it is to promote the state culture and tourism.
When did it start?
Last week of November, sir.
No, no, no. How many years has it been happening?
Sir, I don't remember the exact year for that.
I think
Other
you
than that, there are Shiroi festivals in the hilly areas, and there are many tribal festivals also.
But the question will be the most important or most well attended, that kind of thing. So you should learn about it. Thank you.
Molightson,
Yes, sir.
you have been in Chandigarh also, no?
Yes, sir.
So what is the difference between Chandigarh and now you are in Manipur, Imphal? What differences you find in two cities? What are good points in Chandigarh and what are the good points in Manipur?
So good points about Chandigarh is that it is a well-planned city, which we should learn about. And then, and about Manipur, the good thing is that we care more about women. We give more women empowerment, and then some
In Chandigarh
diversities.
you won't find women care and empowerment?
No, I won't say that, but then I think I'm proud to say that we give lots of women empowerment in Manipur.
How was your stay in Chandigarh otherwise?
Sorry, sir.
How was your stay?
It was really good, sir. I enjoyed staying there. I have lots of good friends also.
So, which things you liked about Chandigarh? Any specific things?
I like the city, especially
Why the
by
city?
traveling by rickshaw rather than taking taxi, because I get to admire the plants and all. And then, other than that, I enjoy the food also, sir. There.
Okay. Punjabi food.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now you tell me, we have been independent for last 75 years. What are the three major achievements of India you can foresee in last 75 years?
So first is the economic growth. I think we have
Okay.
done extremely well in economic
Okay.
aspect. And then state and central federalism cooperation is also quite good.
That is not a major, that anyhow, what else you think? Major. You
And
choose
in terms
different
of,
fields, one sports,
yes.
science and technology, one economy you have already said.
Yes.
So what are they?
Sports are also doing good, and internal security also we have done really well, sir.
Political stability, isn't it? That's one of the most important.
Yes, political stability, and then internal security aspect also we have done very well, sir.
Okay, what are the three areas in which you think we could have done better? We have not done that much as we should.
So, so agriculture, I think we could have done much
For
better.
agriculture, we had green revolution, so many
Yes,
things we did.
but then and also uh, uh, the small sectors, economic small sectors, we can. There are lots of room to improve on those areas.
Okay, no issue. You tell me, there is a human development index. Can you tell me what is that?
It looks upon the living standard of the citizens, and then educationally and health aspect of the.
Which organization does internationally this grading of?
Sir, I'm not able to recall that right now.
Okay, no problem. Now you tell me, what is the difference between political science and public administration?
Political science is more idealistic in approach, and then idealistic,
Idealistic. Okay.
value-laden thing, and then public administration is more pragmatic.
Can you give me some example, one example of each?
So, in political science, the more focus is on the welfare of the people, and then administration is more about efficiency,
It also takes care
economical.
of welfare of people.
Yes, it does. It does, but then we look more into the efficiency aspects.
Okay, thank you.
Why did you pick up housekeeping over F&B?
So I like housekeeping because I feel that is, sorry, sir. It is more artistic in nature, where we without directly interacting the guest, we can create impression through our works to the guest and make the guest welcome. So I think this is more challenging.
What's the role of an executive housekeeper in a five-star hotel?
The role includes the accommodation aspect. It ensures the room inventories and overall maintenance of the building, and then linens provided in the housekeeping and cleanliness and safety and security of the guest on the floor. Yes, sir.
If I move to F&B, how many broad categories of wines do we talk about in hotels?
So basically, there are red wines and white wines, and apart from that, based on the grapes that is being used,
Red, white,
the other one, I'm not sure about the other.
sparkling,
Sparkling wine, yes, champagne and all.
rosé.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
What's the difference? What's a sparkling wine?
Sir, I'm not able to explain it.
Is champagne a wine?
Yes, champagne is in sparkling wine. Yes,
Correct.
yes, sir.
Then we are also told in hotel management that a certain kind of wine will be served with a certain kind of a food. Can you give me one example?
Sir, I'm sorry, sir. I need to look into that.
Why do we say white wine with white meat and red wine with red meat? Have you heard that?
Sir, I need to look into that. I'm sorry, sir.
Okay. My last question, room inventory.
Sorry, sir.
Room inventory
Yes.
as a housekeeper. Inventory of what all?
Inventory of the linens that are being.
That's
placed in-
obvious.
Yes, sir. And then the maintenance and there are other supplies, room amenities supplies, and we also take care of the mini bars that are provided in the hotels, and cleaning agents and equipments. So these are some of the inventories.
What does the front office manager do?
Front office manager looks after the operation of the front desk, reservation.
What does that front desk means? What?
Front desk is the reception area where the first interaction with the guest takes place. Checking in, checking out, and then billing section.
Then we also have somebody sitting there called the guest relations manager.
Yes, sir.
What does that person do?
The reservation managers.
Guest relations.
Sir, their main role would include taking feedbacks of the guest and then maintaining the guest histories and facts.
Are you sure?
Guest profiles and all.
Sure.
Sir, those will cover the broad area of that.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Molightson,
Yes, sir.
you have stayed in Chandigarh for 4-5 years.
Yes, sir.
How Indus Valley civilization is connected to Chandigarh?
So I have no exact knowledge, but then there are
Yes.
there are some industries flourished in the Ludhiana area, so might be that can be a linkage.
Okay. What kind of features from Indus Valley civilization, from Harappan civilization, you find similar to Chandigarh city?
One is that the planned urban planning.
Okay.
Yes. Other than that, sir. Sorry, sir.
Okay. Football.
Yes.
Why football is more popular in Northeast region as compared to rest of the India?
So, firstly, I will begin with the climatic conditions in the central India due to humidity. It is not that favorable for playing football, whereas in northeast the climate is pleasant. And apart from that, the audience acceptance is really good in Manipur. And then we also have adequate infrastructure for playing football. And then media coverage is also good in Northeast or Manipur areas.
Okay. Budget is in discussion. है ना?
Yes, sir.
If you would be in position to suggest something to finance minister, है ना? Give 3 suggestions to finance minister on today's budget. What will be those 3 suggestions?
So first would be boosting the MSME section, and then number two would be look into the middle class families through various schemes, and then more on the gender budgeting, sir.
What is general budgeting?
Gender budgeting uh, is an approach to focus more on the women empowerment through budget allocations.
Okay, my last question. You are a student of public administration. What is 5C problem in civil services?
So 5C one could be corruption.
Okay. You are guessing?
Yes, sir. I don't know the exact 5C problems.
Okay, what could be the second? Because it's a good guess.
So sorry, sir. I don't know the exact five C's. I have not heard.
Well, it is not related to 5C problem. 5C problem is related with CBI, CAG and all.
Oh, yes, yes,
It creates hindrance in decision making and all.
yes, yes.
Thank you.
Mr. Molightson, then I think you're very well prepared. And when is your interview? Please tell me the date, then we will make a strategy.
23rd February, ma'am.
So, exactly, you have about 20 days.
Yes.
Right? I think about your state you know quite better because of your job experience. There will be question, asked from the deaf and Manipur this problem. So keep yourself updating what exactly is happening in that domain.
Yes,
You know what recent development will happen in next 20 days. You have to keep updating yourself about this Manipur issue. Then about your job profile, they will definitely ask. I also posed a question. Your replies are quite satisfactory. You are very well dressed. All that is fine. Which newspaper you are reading?
Times of India and Indian Express and Mint. Recently, I've started.
Mint you have started, then fine. You don't have to read 3 newspapers. You can leave Times of India because it will be the same overlapping news in Indian Express also.
Yes, ma'am.
So Indian Express and Mint, you continue with that, and all keep a track of the local news in Manipur. Your deaf is very important, but I see that you are quite prepared for that. Keep updating whatever you could add. So if you want, you can make the answers better by order of importance.
Yes, ma'am.
Suppose you want to say 3 things, then mention the most important thing first, right? And the panelist might feel that you know the subject, they can switch over to something else.
Yes.
But if you miss out on the most important thing first, then your answer will not be of great value. So because you know, so you can prioritize your answer by putting it in the order of importance. The most important thing should, like the Manipur issue, what is the most important factor which caused this, and what is the most important way to handle this? All that you should prioritize in your mind. Listen to the question very carefully and then answer, because then you get some 5 seconds or 3 seconds to think how to prioritize. How would you make the first most important point to come first? Only by giving yourself a little time, maybe 5 seconds, 3 seconds. So by that you just listen to carefully, then meantime, you can frame your answer better because you have the experience and you seem to be a very promising candidate to me, and you are confident, well dressed, everything, you are well informed also. And what are the major issues? How because you come from a matriarchal society, know more about the about that society, how women have done better in Manipur than in other states like northern India of maybe UP, Bihar, Rajasthan. The women are better off there.
Yes, ma'am.
That's what I feel. And also think about putting the most important thing of Manipur in Imphal. You have a all women market.
Yes.
That's a very unique thing I saw.
It is.
So it is the most unique market of Asia, not only in Manipur, it is of Asia, that it is totally run by women. Everything, all accounts, everything, all shops, everything is women oriented.
Yes.
So that's a very unique thing. Then women, I have seen in Manipur that women not only they look after the house, they also have a loom in the house, and when they find time, they start weaving
Yes, yes.
clothes. They just don't waste time.
Yes.
Even while I was talking to them, they were working on the loom. So that really impresses me that they have a value for time.
Yes.
Because I feel that in a matriarchal society, when they get more freedom, they do better. And if also try to see how much is the contribution of women folk in the GDP of that state. That will be a good, interesting thing. Nobody may ask you, but I would be keen to know how women are doing there. Because the major concern for Government of India is that women are not contributing enough to the GDP of the country, and therefore we are now focusing on women-led development so that they become part of the mainstream and they also contribute in making India a developed country. By 2047, we aim to make India a developed country. So the economic news, everything, whatever, now the interim budget vote on account, also try and take the takeaways from the joint session of Parliament, which was addressed by the President of India yesterday.
Yes, ma'am.
So she has assessed everything of last 10 years in which field what we have done in the domain of space, in the domain of this. Then how Manipur was so close to the heart of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, what role Manipur played, a very important role in the INS, all that you must know.
Yes, ma'am.
So because your state is very unique, and there's a museum also, I saw that museum of Netaji Subhash
Yes,
Chandra
in
Bose and
Moirang.
all. He has played a very vital role from that side.
Yes.
Some films are also made now about that. So all that, whatever you know, just brush up so that you are well prepared.
Yes,
keep reading and keep focusing on your well-being, fitness. You look fit. So all that, just continue. Continue. The momentum should not decline.
Yes, ma'am.
Keep the momentum, and God willing, you will do very well for yourself.
I have to add one or two more comments. I would suggest, because you have given IFS as the second choice, you make yourself more conversant with India, Myanmar position, ASEAN. These are natural choice of questions because you have given IFS as your second choice. The rest of the things, I think you are quite fine, quite prepared. Just look out. And then festival, the question I asked, you organize festivals. You have to know a little bit more deeper. When did it start, whether it is ancient tradition or it started because of someone in last century or 2 centuries before. Those kind of things. General information you should be able to give. All the best to you.
One more thing. The Government of India has put major focus on northeastern states. So what exactly in last 1 decade has happened in Manipur? How, the new train, I think first time train service is
train
there.
is coming, yes.
And so many other things you would know better. So brush up on that also, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You want to ask us anything?
No, ma'am. Thank you so much.
You are very well prepared, and see you in the list, right?
Sorry, ma'am.
I said see your name in the list,
Thank you, ma'am.
right?
All the best.
Good.
All the best.
Yeah.
you.